Greetings, Gen Next readers and viewers. I am Gen Next from the blog Generation Next at soartothemax.wordpress.com. I am excited that Bratz are coming back this fall. Woo! It's really happening. We've been getting a few teasers on Instagram that confirm it's really happening. And of course, I have a few surprises up my sleeve to support the Bratz dolls' return. So stay tuned for that. Ever since I started that 2018 article on my blog regarding Isaac Larian announcing the Bratz dolls' return, I've been really thinking about the Bratz dolls' career over the last 17 years. I've been reviewing pictures, my dolls, the Bratz music, and even press interviews and such, just walking down memory lane. There was a lot about Bratz that just blew me away within that time. I believe I've told people on my Bratz quiz, How Well Do You Know the Bratz article a few years back, that I've been into the Bratz since the website was under construction, late 2000, early 2001-ish. So I've seen a lot come out of the Bratz. I was among those in the target demographic back during the Bratz's debut, and I'm so glad that I was able to support Bratz for so many years. There's a lot that I really loved about Bratz, and of course, I want to see it come back in 2018. I was very sad when MG announced that Bratz would be leaving the toy industry, after the 2015 comeback. I think that they said that they would leave the toy industry the following year. But I'm glad that they're coming back. I am so glad. So far, I've mostly heard good news, like Hayden Williams, a fan favorite designer and illustrator, at least designed one of the Bratz lines, and it's going to be available on Amazon as a collector's exclusive. And MGA has announced on Instagram that they plan to show us teasers of that collector's exclusive soon. So I'm excited about that. Still, there were a lot of things that bother me too. While there's a lot of things in more recent years that disappointed me, Bratz 2015 to be exact, there were some things during Bratz 2K that I don't want to see anymore either. So I should say that this comeback is met with excitement and a little bit of concern, which I had said in a previous article. That's right. You heard me right. Let me repeat. There were some things that occurred from 2001 to 2009 that I don't want to see again. Okay? Let me break down my do's and don'ts for the Bratz 2018. That's what this whole video is going to be about. Focusing on the things that I do want to see come back, that I'm excited to see return, and the things that I really don't want to come back from between 2001 to 2015. So many of you might not agree with my list or some of the things that I'm going to say, but I'm still going to say it, and I hope you understand my perspective.
Let's talk about fashion. Let it on my passion. Crazy about your action. I'm crazy about your action. My action.
If y'all thought the Tweebles got on your nerves on the Bratz TV series, the Clothesmans irked me more. Since 2003, we started seeing how blonde white Chloe and racially ambiguous Yasmin started getting all the love. Even though in reality, we all know Yasmin was meant to be Iranian, but whatever. They used this Hispanic thing to get her to sell better, whatever. I know these two are a lot of your faves, so you may not like what I'm about to say, but the rest of us Sasha and Jade fans were incensed. How dare they kick out the real dolls of color? How dare they? That isolation grew and grew until we hardly saw Sasha and Jade even in major lines. Don't believe me? How about I bust out a list? Let's go back to 2003. 2003, Big Bratz, a limited collector's edition. Chloe, Yasmin, Megan. Where's Sasha and Jade? 2004's Wildlife Safari. Chloe, Yasmin, Megan, Nevra, Fiona. Don't let that TV series fool you. Jade and Sasha would have owned this line. Screw Never and Fiona. They look alike anyway. 2005's Birthday Bash. Chloe, Yasmin, Sasha, Phoebe. No Jade. 2005's Campfire. Chloe, Yasmin, Dana, Phoebe, Felicia. I love Felicia and everything, but why couldn't we have 2 black dolls in one line? Y'all don't care to add Never and Fiona in the same freaking lines, and they look more alike. 2005's Dynamite. Chloe, Megan, Never. We don't even have Yasmin in this line. Chloe is the only one in the line from the core Bratz. You trying to give us a Barbie type of tease, MGA? A Barbie type tease? Okay. 2005's Fabulous Las Vegas. Chloe, Yasmin, Sasha, Tiana. Jade? Oh, Jade. Where are you, Jade? Where you be, boo? 2005's Hollywood Style. Chloe, Yasmin, Dana, Phoebe, Katya. Wow, no black girls belong here, huh? No black girls in Hollywood. It's already bad enough. You know, we're underrepresented in Hollywood. We underrepresented in the Bratz too? Okay. 2005's Eye Candy. Chloe, Yasmin, Phoebe. More Closemans. 2005's Midnight Dance. Yasmin, Megan, Fiona. Yas, yet again, the only core girl in this line. 2005's Ooh La La Paris. Chloe, Dana, Kumi. More Chloe. 2005's Play Sports. Chloe, Yasmin, Sasha, Megan, Fiona, Roxy. Where's Jade again? 2005's Wild Wild West. Chloe, Yasmin, Megan, Fiona, Kiana. Closements. Pretty and Punk. Chloe, Jade, Yasmin, Megan. See, the Rock Angels movie gave you the illusion that Sasha was involved. But nope. So what, MGA? Sasha can't be Punk? A black girl can't be Punk? That's what you telling me, MGA? Is that why we omitted Sasha? And that's not even the half. Like, if I get to Sunkissed and Springtime, those lines only had Yasmin and Chloe in them. 2004 and 2005 were Bratz dolls' biggest years. And yes, Sasha and Jade didn't really get to enjoy the limelight. I mean, one can argue that maybe the years are bigger because Jade and Sasha went in the lines, which is unfortunate. But based on online polls, at least Jade was considered the second most popular Bratz doll. I mean, why was she omitted from all these doll lines? You know, polls show that Jade is pretty popular, especially in the West and in Europe. So I don't understand why she was omitted. You know, this isn't even adding the fact that Chloe dominated all the solo special editions and the fact that only Yasmin and Chloe got outfits from the live action movie made for the dolls. When all the Bratz fans were asking for the clown outfits to be released and their Bratitude outfits. But we only got 2. And the 2 they chose were Chloe and Yasmin. So what? Chloe and Yasmin only ones meant to have that Bratitude? Everybody else don't have that Bratitude? You know, Sasha and Jade only showed up for the flagship lines. You know, the ones that were being highlighted in some of the movies. You know, they showed up just to confuse us, you know. But they weren't fooling petty fans like me, okay? I didn't miss a heartbeat. You could fool some of these other people who just watching the series or the movies, but you're not fooling me, okay? And it wasn't cute, all right? If you're going to bring back the Bratz, don't cater to the colorist side of the Bratz fandom. Please allow people to enjoy Sasha and Jade's individual colors and unique physical traits. If Sasha isn't outselling the other girls, give Sasha bomb outfits you can't find on Yasmin or Chloe. Make her appealing, but don't take her out completely because she isn't white or mixed enough. That's not 2018 ready. And I think that's unfortunate that there are even fans who don't even like Sasha just because she's darker skinned. And MG, I know you think Jade can just be replaced by any brunette that looks similar, but you're absolutely wrong. We need more Asian representation in media. It's bad enough they get whitewashed out as it is. Bratz is supposed to be a line celebrating diversity. Show us you aren't like Barbie by doing that. If I see it again, MGA, you and I are going to have a nasty exchange. Well, you know, not too much of a nasty exchange because I do love MGA. I love y'all. but I will have some words, okay? The Closemans revealed the fact that these fifth core girls did nothing but divide up the main four core girls. Okay, this is why I don't want any more core girls. These other characters should either be an extension of the four core or not in the line at all. I know what you 2005 Bratz fans are thinking. What? I love the series. It's what brought me into the Bratz. And I ship Chloe and Cameron and want to see what happened next. That's where I clash with the fandom. That's why I'm scared. Most of the fans want to see this series actually return. Most of the people who fell in love with the Bratz through the Bratz series were probably way younger than me when that series came out. Because I hear a lot of people saying the series was my childhood. By the time that series came out, I was a teen fan of Bratz and more of a collector rather than a player. Maybe I was too old to be into Bratz in some people's eyes, but I still loved the dolls and I wasn't ashamed even as a teenager. So I still collected the doll. But I wasn't feeling the TV series. While I love that the animation sort of brought the dolls to life and promoted the brand, there were a lot of things about that series that bothered me. And it wasn't just the plot holes, lack of wardrobe changes, and corny script. Okay, in fact, that's what I actually liked about it. All of those things gave it a cartoony charm. But the bad part to me is that I believe the series is the reason we even got the Closemans in the first place. It's ironic because I like the video game, even though it's kind of based off of the TV series. But, I mean, the story seems to go in a different direction. Versus the TV series, there's some things about it that bother me. The first thing I hated about that series when it first began is that it took the Bratz Rock Angels model. Yes, I dislike that movie too. And it made Chloe the narrator and lead character. Mind you, Bratz was originally a line meant to differ from Barbie, where the blonde chick got most of the shine. Okay? Yasmin was the first Bratz doll and the original darling of the brand. So, why Chloe? Fox Entertainment, the distributor of the series, put more emphasis on ditzy and dramatic Chloe, giving her a beautiful, steady love interest and an empowering personality, a personality stolen from Jade to make her more appealing, by the way. And they put less emphasis on the viewpoints of the other characters. Though Yasmin was dethroned as the lead, she did get the best treatment in the series, being designed as this sweet and loving animal lover. So the change didn't really hurt her popularity. What did Sasha get written as? A loudmouth, selfish control freak who wasn't attracted to anybody but herself. I believe Sasha's character in the series is why she was always voted as the least popular Bratz among the core imposed back in the day. And this is aside from the fact that people already have a negative opinion about dark skin, especially overseas. You know, colorism already affects Sasha's popularity and sales. Throw out a very pushy personality and you get bad results, okay? And then Jade just got all the leftover personality traits. In fact, they completely changed Jade's character. It's not really the series' fault. I blame Bratz the video starring and styling and the book series that it was inspired from, you know, or inspired from the movie or whatever. Still, you know, the series took from that movie, which made me dislike the series even more. So I don't really ever want to see a Bratz series like this again. I'm sorry. Y'all can come at me for it. I'm ready. I don't want to see a Bratz series like this. Or at least y'all need to fix what was broken in that series, okay? I didn't hate these movies overall, but there were some things that bother me. The reasons I dislike these Bratz movies are the same reasons I dislike the Bratz TV series. Okay. First of all, I did not like some things in Bratz the video starring and styling. I know many people didn't like the movie overall, because at the time of release, some people felt the animation was outdated since everything was going CGI, And some people felt it was just cheap looking, but for me, I actually liked the animation because it reminded me of the commercials, and I love that the animation kind of intermingled with the live people in the commercials. I truly like 2D animation. I like the storytelling too. It was decent. I think it was more realistic than the other movies, which to me, I felt was better because it didn't seem so choppy and all over the place and random. What I hated about Starting Styling was how the characters were written. This was the beginning to me of the destruction of the Bratz characters. When the Bratz dolls were first released in 2001, as I mentioned, they weren't developed with any particular personality traits, just fashion passions. These fashion passions sort of highlighted their personalities, but not directly. So anyone could kind of make up their own personalities for the characters. However, there were other signs about the characters' personalities on the main website, which apparently many Bratz fans and these writers and developers never visited. If you looked in their bedrooms, you could see their different interests. I wish I could show you all, but you can't even get into this website now, not even on Wayback Machine. You need like an old version of Flash, and I've tried and tried to get into it. I can't even get into it. So, but anyway, you really could see their interests, okay? And the movies like Starting Styling did not showcase the Bratz girls' real interests. Okay, so I admit I was one of the main people begging MGA to make a movie for the Bratz characters to flesh out their personalities back in the day. I was one of those kids begging. Stupid me. Starring Styling in the book series that inspired the movie didn't consider the website. I personally was looking forward to a sporty and edgy Jade with a passion for fashion. Basically a non-typical fashion girl. That's not what Starring Styling gave me. In fact, her whole sporty appeal was wiped from existence. What's more, Sasha was given the worst personality in the group. She was characterized as a control freak. Okay? Bratz Rock Angels bit off a little bit from the original movie. They brought back the relationship between Chloe and Cameron, only they made them childhood friends when technically Yasmin and Cameron were. But we'll talk. Sasha was still a control freak and now was also selfish and pushy. They brought back Jade's ultimate fashionista persona, which I already didn't like. But what really killed me is that Bratz Rock Angels completely swapped Jade and Chloe's lives. And when I say literally, they even switched their outfits. You know why this angered me? Because Jade's outfit was actually one of the best sold in the line. It appealed the most to punky tomboys like myself. It gave Asian Persuasion Jade an image that can help her become more popular. What did Fox Entertainment go and do? They gave it to Chloe. And it was weird because it looked like Jade was talking with Chloe's voice. Yes, I'm a petty fan. I do not like when adaptations deviate from the source material. I hate this because I don't like when everything I like about something can be altered in brand because of these adaptations. It really overall affected the brand. And the worst part is the Rock Angels movie is actually popular among the fans. Like people actually like this movie. I mean, that's what they like, but I just can't stand it. And then Bratz Rock Angels was so rushed. Like, they leaped from being fired from, a fashion magazine to starting a fashion magazine and going to London. Like, it was just the transitioning was so bad for me. And to add insult to injury, Bratz Rock Angels took away the emphasis on Yasmin, the original lead character, and decided they would tell the story through the eyes of the blind. Why did I ever think Bratz could be different from Barbie when Fox pulls this crap with the Bratz? Bratz Rock Angels eventually spun into that Whack Attack TV series that highlighted all of the negative changes. Why did I even watch it? Well, the Bratz Rock Angels album was released before the movie. After that amazing album, I thought the movie would touch on all the subjects covered in the music, which actually would have made a compelling story. Not only did the movie completely miss everything in the album, only one song from the album was present in the movie. And if those movies weren't bad enough at jacking the Bratz up, here comes Bratz the movie, the Raspberry Award winning live action based off of the dolls. While I love most of the actors in the film was obviously designed to capitalize off of the High School Musical craze. We've got a Sharpay look-alike, plenty of musical numbers, and friends torn apart because they belong to the wrong clique. Come on. But the worst part about the movie is the whitewashing of Dylan. Dylan was clearly meant to be black, at least biracial. This Bratz boy has come with braids and dreads in his hair. He has been released with dark brown skin at many times. Even former characterizations of him, such as in the first Bratz movie, highlighted him as black. What did the live action movie do? They cast a white boy for his role. I took issue with that. I take issue with whitewashing. I do. Because we barely have any Bratz boys of color. So the one we get, you cast a white boy in that role. So overall, MGA would do us all a favor if they avoided whitewashing the Bratz brand to appeal to colorless fans. And you know who you are. And that's aside from all the other issues the live action movie had. But I'm sure everybody knows that the live action movie was not their favorite. But I still love all the actresses in it. And I thought it was cute. And it's kind of entertaining to watch here and there, but Dylan just bothers me so bad. Okay, so I don't want any more movies like that. I'm sorry. Don't do this again. Don't do it again. There was no room for goo-eyed, tacky, uninspired, and sweet-faced Bratz dolls. Not now, not ever. Don't do it. I don't care what feminists have to say. I don't care what soccer moms have to say. I don't care about the critics. The Bratz fans don't want these kinds of dolls. You're not getting any support from these type of dolls. Because more than likely, the critics wouldn't buy it anyway. So I don't care what they think. I don't care what they want from the Bratz. Don't do this again. As long as we got that understanding, we can move forward. In 20. We all know that once the Bratz dolls come back, there will be a lot of copycats. Okay? We know all the doll companies want to create dolls that make a statement like the Bratz did. We need to just accept that there will always be imitations. What we don't need are more lawsuits, okay, coming from MGA. Really, because of all those lawsuits from 2004 to 2009, MGA wasn't able to really focus on the Bratz, and that affected the dolls. Even MGA admitted that they weren't able to really give their all to the Bratz back in 2010. They rushed to bring Bratz back to shelves. So we need to leave the confrontational attitude back in 2K. Moving forward, we need to focus on making this brand the best it can be. I really don't want another issue to rise up where we're losing some of our MGA team because they all work hard to make their dolls successful. And I want everything to run smoothly. I want everybody to be happy on the team. I want everybody to feel successful. And I want to get more Bratz dolls. I don't want another thing to come up where the Bratz dolls have to be moved from shelves. From the shelves. So I hope that the lawsuit thing, unless somebody really comes after MGA, and hopefully they cover their tracks this time. But I hope that they don't initiate more lawsuits, because I think they even had a lawsuit against Lady Gaga. It just got really messy, and I think it severed a lot of ties, really useful ties. And I think that going forward, maybe the company should just focus on bringing out great dolls. They shouldn't even focus on these competitors, because obviously there's going to be competition. With the greatest companies, there's competition. There's imitation. Okay? But if we just focus on making the Bratz brand the unique individual brand it is, the Bratz are going to stay around for a long time. So I hope we leave the lawsuit thing back in 2K. I hope we can. I'm not, we can't ever predict these things, legalities and such. But I hope we can leave that back in 2K. That was my list of don'ts. Sorry, everybody, if it offended you, but those are things that I just do not want to see. And this is coming from a longtime Bratz fan. Not to say that that means anything, but it's just some things that I've noticed over the years that I felt didn't really help the brand. So you're welcome to disagree. Let me know in the comment section what don'ts you don't want to see come back in 2018. Ciao. Peace.